what do we do to solve the mystery? Because if you've been paying attention, that's really the big piece, right? We're clear on where we are. We're getting clear on where we want to go based on dreaming again. So how do we solve the mystery of, in between? And that's really what this personalized step is all about. It's about solving the mystery that's right to solve for you personally. Does that make sense? Because you don't want to solve my mystery because you don't know where I want to go. So you don't want to follow directly in my footsteps. You only want to mirror me if it makes sense to mirror me in the case of, will it get you closer to where you want to go? And the same thing applies to anything that you're looking at. So let's get started solving your mystery. So there's 3 basic internet success models. Let's take a look at them. There's what we call cash flow, or what I've termed cash flow type plans, and I've titled this a transformer. I'll explain that in a second. Then there's a business in a box type plans, and I've titled this a builder type plan. And then there's equity type plans. Now let's look into some of these, each one of these individually, so that you can see this process. And this is what you're going to use as your sorting mechanism here. So an example of some cash flow type plans are affiliate marketing and eBay and ClickBank and CPA networks and Google networks. And that's the Google content network, AdSense and AdWords and things of that nature, and a whole bunch of other things. Google is such a huge forum that there's lots of ways to make money. And then, of course, there's Forex and day trading and so many other cash flow type plans. Now, the reason why I've given these examples and the cash flow type plans is that basically at its root, a cash flow type plan is transactional in nature, meaning that you can make some great money as, for example, a super affiliate promoting products in a CPA network. I know a friend of mine makes as much as $250,000, $250,000 a day promoting other people's products in CPA networks. You can imagine. So there's a lot of money to be made, but it's transactional in nature. In other words, he makes his $250,000 profit today on these products and services across a whole host of different products, and tomorrow he's got to make those sales again. So that's a cash flow basis. Now, don't get me wrong. That's a very useful thing to have, right? Cash flow. That's what a lot of us need right now. And that's the reason why I've titled this a transformer. Because if you're in this category, usually you're using the cash flow to transform something, to do something with it into something else. For the most part, you're not just trying to make money. Although, in the beginning, that may be your only goal. I know it was for me when I first got started. If I said, if I could just make $5,000 a month, that's all. I'm done. Just show me how to do that. I don't care about anything else. I don't care if I got to work 100 hours a week to get to $5,000 a month. And I set my sights pretty low back then, or to me, it was really high back then. But my point is that whatever it may be for you, that was my dream, and that was cash flow in nature. And then when I got to that point, then I set the next goal, which was I wanted $5,000 a week in cash flow. Then I realized that, I don't want to work that hard anymore. As soon as I got to $5,000 a week and I made thousands and tens of thousands of dollars a week, and as a matter of fact, my biggest week in business is over $500,000. Now I'm not nowhere near as big as my friend that makes $250,000 a day, but whatever. It's big for me, and it's what I need and what I wanted. But the other thing that became clear to me is that I started to see new possibilities when I was promoting these different products and services, and I said, I don't want to work this hard. I don't want to start over every day. So I transformed into a builder, into more of an entrepreneur, as we're going to see in a little bit. But my point is that getting back to the cash flow type plans, is that a cash flow type plan is really transactional in nature, and the test of a cash flow type plan is that it produces money, and the pros of a cash flow type plan is that it generally produces money pretty quick. You don't have to wait for months or years to really have it unfold. You can make money pretty quick, usually within weeks or days or months, depending on the type of plan that you're working, but it's very quick. So that's the good news side of it. The kind of bad news side of it is that you're always unemployed the next day. Every Monday you start again unemployed, which means that you've got to figure out how to continue to generate that money each and every week, each and every month, again and again and again. So again, it's not good or bad, it just is. That's some of the realities of a cash flow type plan, and the important thing is that you use it for what's useful for you, and then you sort it what's useful for you right now based on your present circumstances and situation and what you say you want.